Hi everyone. Today I wanted to show a order that I got from Blitsy. This order took a while to get because Blitsy has recently changed their website a little bit. Instead of just releasing products on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they're now doing it Monday through Friday, and some of the products have a slight delay. So you'll want to read carefully what the shipping time frames are for them. This particular order that I made had these little Prima buttons in them. And I didn't notice, but they had a 1 to 2 week ship time, and there was a little bit of a delay. So it almost took 3 weeks for me to get this package. And it usually does not take Blitsy that long. They usually have it in stock and you get it in a matter of just a couple of days. So I'll just show you the buttons that I got. They were really good about staying in touch with me and making sure I knew where my order was and everything. As soon as I emailed them, they responded immediately, so it was no problem at all. So here are the Prima buttons that I really wanted, and they're great because they aren't too chunky. If you'll notice this one, it has this one has butterflies and it has the word fly. I thought that would work really well for Project Life. So that's why I went ahead and bought all of these sets that they had featured on Blitsy that week. So these are Prima buttons, and I don't know if they're individually named at all, so I'll at least show you the item numbers if you're wanting to get these specific items. I also thought this one was really cute for Project Life. One of them says perfect day, the other one is the @ symbol. There's a typewriter, and again, they're super flat, so they work great in Project Life. Here's that ID number. This one's really cute, has a little girl in a dress and says Paris. And then some of the buttons are even like metal filigree type of buttons. This one says boom with a light bulb. It has a finger pointing in a direction, has some steampunk gears. Really nice to use with any project. And again, you can recolor these if you want as well to match your projects, either with embossing powders, or I wouldn't recommend embossing powders on these plastic ones. I would probably use like Rub and Buff if I changed the gears to be a different color. Just something that doesn't require applying heat, since I believe they are plastic buttons. Oh, here's the item number for this one. This has a little hummingbird and then some flowers and some very traditional button styles like this one here. I even have a mold of a button in that shape. And here's the item number for this one. Then this one has a key and a lock, and I really love this little metal and acrylic flower right there with the rhinestone. And there's the item number for that one. So feel free to pause and write down the item number if you need it. And then the last set of buttons, these are like flowers, and then I like that blue metallic looking button in the center. And here's the item number for that one. I also purchased one set of the Alterations by Tim Holtz. These I don't have yet. One is gears. I think there is another one that I do have, but the one that I really liked is this one here, and that's like almost like a blueprint layout, because I used to be an AutoCAD engineer, so that one really stood out to me. I really liked that. So that is part of it. Now the other thing I did was I stocked up on brand new stamp, what do you call these? Acrylic blocks. The ones that I have are over, they got to be pushing 13 years old now. Because I started stamping when my daughter was born. So that's when I bought my first stamp blocks. So I went ahead and stocked up on the Inka Dinka Doo blocks. I like these because they kind of have the grips, but also they have the white grid lines in them. So this is one set of clear blocks. You can see this one is probably about 2 or 3 inches wide by 3 inches wide by 2 inches tall, something like that. And those are really cute. Maybe that's a 1 by 2 and this is a 3 by 2 here. I don't know. I need to measure those. They don't say on the box what the exact size is. And then I also got the one that's called Grand or Large. And then I got the one that's like a line. This is nice if you're stamping phrases or sentences and you're using like those individual letters. I have a lot of individual letter stamps, so that's what's really nice, to be able to line it up with the grid. And then the last one is the extra large. So this is really nice for those big Prima stamps and those large Hero Arts stamps. It's still nice and big, but you still have the nice grid, and the whole stamp will actually fit on there. So those were all the blocks. The last thing I stocked up on was I finally caved and I bought Spectrum Noir markers. Now I'm going to do a whole other video. The very next video will go into more detail. So this video I'm just going to show which ones I bought from Blitsy. They are, my guess is the reason why these were so cheap is because this month in October, Spectrum Noir has released their new style. They have completely changed their barrel design, and that was just released this month. So Blitsy had these on for $8 a package. So that was a really good deal for me to just finally be able to get the whole thing and run with it. I have Copics, and I do love my Copic markers, and I'll kind of do a comparison video in the next one for those of you that don't have both, just so that you can kind of see some side by side. But what I bought in this particular round was red, warm grays, greens, pale hues, which is also like their skin tones. It does kind of skip around, so I'll explain in my next video what you may want to purchase if you want to really have a good variety for skin tone. Purples, yellows, blues, browns, and cool grays. Now, the only 3 sets that Blitsy did not have available, which I was able to find elsewhere, were the pinks, the essentials, which include your colorless blender, and turquoise. Now, those I found elsewhere, and I'll post those in my next video. But all of these were available on Blitsy for $8 a piece. So if you're wondering why Joann's has suddenly gone up on their price, I think it's now $14.99 per set. You can still use your coupons with them, but if you're wondering why they went up, that's probably the closest explanation. And I'll explain in my next video what those changes are. So this is my haul from Blitsy. It was probably the longest that they have ever taken to get me a package, but it was okay. They stayed in contact with me. It was not an issue. Just make sure when you're ordering your products, you look at the estimated ship time underneath it, because it may vary. It may not be within 2 to 5 days. It may be 1 to 2 weeks. So anyway, that was it, and I hope you enjoyed all these buttons from Prima. They're really cute buttons, and they're nice and flat, great for project life. Thanks for watching.